You are not prepared.
You are not prepared!
Welcome back to World of Warcraft Resurrected. I'm Chris.
And I'm Brandon.
And we're back again. Sorry about the delay. I said we're back and then had some real life issues again. Somebody let their daughter break their leg or break their ankle.
Yeah, she broke her foot. Broke her ankle and
some people got down with the sickness and everything else, so was like we were trying to ignore y'all. So instead of saying, hey, we're going to be here every week, I'm just going to say we are going to bring a podcast whenever we can. We're going to try to do week to week, but if we miss a week, I apologize. Just some stuff was going on and we got to deal with it, and real life comes first. It's like how we play the game.
That's correct.
So we're going to talk about what we've been doing in the game lately. I moved my paladin into the new guild. Yay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Let's see. Shrody's gotten some gear. I'm not going to really do too much with him. I'm just getting him a little bit better gear. So, when I farm when Wrath comes out, he'll actually have some decent gear to go in to start with. But and also, I could jump on him if somebody says, hey, I need a boomkin. Then I can jump on him and go do whatever. I was thinking about getting a tank set and maybe tanking, but if I want to tank, I'm going to tank on my pally.
True that.
Sometimes they might need a ranged tank. Maybe. I don't know. Because I hate tanking with two paladins. I just hate doing it. The rage tank can go pull something while I drink or whatever, and I'm fine with it. But both of us have to sit down and drink every other fight or every fight or whatever. It just kind of sucks. But it is.
It makes for a longer run.
Yeah, that's the main thing. It takes for a longer run. And what have you been doing?
Oh, well, as everybody knows, I don't get to play a whole lot, but I try to make my time that I do play. I try to make sure that I get a few things done here and there. And I guess one of the main things that I got done was my warlock anyways, is I got her, of course, with Chris's help, got her the Spell Strike pants, which are that's a big upgrade for her because it's the spell hit that I'm needing. I mean, I'm still missing spell hit, but spell hit I'm needing. I did Kara this week for the first time in I don't know how long.
Yeah.
Didn't get any gear, but I did. I did get to use some of my gear that I've been holding back with. Even though I'm not spell capped, I still wanted to use it. The other night I went to, or was it not? It was not this lockout, but the lockout before this one. I went did a Kara run, a late night Kara run 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I remember.
And I got the Nethrizum Mind Blade or whatever that is.
Yeah, I hate you. It dropped last. Never mind. Go ahead.
And got it off of Prince, and so in that same run, I also got the pendant that has shadow damage on it. That's the best slot for warlocks. So I got both of those, and that's pretty much what my warlock's done. Savage is still rocking. Like I think I got the T4 chest piece.
You made me my belt.
Made a belt. Made a belt. It's not the best belt in the world, but it's one of them that's out of SSC.
What was bad is he made it, I got it, and I was about to put it on. I was like, wait a minute, it's not even on my BIS list. Why is a recipe drops in SSC not on my best in slot list? And the Belt of Blasting is actually my best in slot, which is a cloth piece. You would think the metal piece would, but no, the cloth piece is.
Yeah.
And it is, and there's a list of stuff that's my BIS on this phase. That that belt was nowhere near it, nowhere on it, but it was like barely an upgrade for what I had. But you know what? He made it for me. I put that sucker on.
Yep. I got the T4 chest piece, which I was able to replace my Windhawk Hauberk chest piece, which will now go to my Boomkin set because it's also good for Boomkin. That's the one thing I was going to say. I am with Savage Rain, the healer. I'm fully best in slot for phase 1, which I know we're in phase 2 now. I have everything that was best in slot for phase 1, and I'm working into phase 2. I've got some pieces. I think I'm 3 or 4 pieces shy from being best in slot for phase 2. So she's been collecting some gear and rocking it out. What else do we do? Oh, my mage is level 55.
Yay!
So he's on his way to being Outland bound. And I think that's Shaka Khan, my warrior. He's coming up in the world. He's level 38. So he's working with him there and trying to get him up. Just trying to play, after you do so much stuff with your tunes, and you get them geared out, you've got to have something different to do. And I love my warlock, but I'm kind of stuck in that spot where I can't get any better gear because I haven't done the work on her to get the rep up.
Yeah.
For her to be able to run heroics.
That's the bad thing about doing a bunch of different tunes. You don't have you don't have time. You can't really do much on your main tune if you're working on other tunes.
Yeah.
So I need to concentrate on Tazrina a little bit more because she's not TK tuned yet. I did run the other night. Mech. I need to run.
Mech run.
I need to do one more run, and she can be revered and get the last key. That way, she can run any heroic she wants, and she can run all those heroics to get the TK attunement. And I need to run the stuff to get the Nightbane urn, so we don't have any more runs where somebody don't have the urn.
Savage is on that part. Savage just needs to go in and do the Sethic Halls, the first boss of Sethic Halls heroic. That's all Savage likes from getting there.
Okay.
So that would be.
I need to run both of the ones that you need to run.
That would be lovely if I could get the urn with her, because in 17 years of the game being out, I've never had the urn.
Yeah.
So that's a big achievement for me.
When our buddy gave me he gave me a rogue, and the account that had a rogue on it, and he had the urn, and I never got to use it because I never played it because I didn't know how to run a rogue, and I wasn't gonna mess somebody up by claiming I ran a rogue and didn't know how to play it. So
hell, I still don't know how to run a rogue. I just push buttons.
Yes, and me too. I had in retail. I got a max level rogue. It's not max now, but I still just hit buttons.
I'm a firm believer.
So I can unlock boxes. That's the only thing.
I'm a firm believer, and rogues like to do it from behind, so that's where I stay when I'm on a rogue.
Yep. Exactly.
But other than that, I haven't done much else. Still trying to collect enough money to get epic flying. That may never happen.
Yeah.
Because I'm just not good at saving money.
Yeah, you need to work on that a little bit better.
I know. Well, that's why I've got the mage coming up, so I can start doing some farming, AoE farming. And I'm going to learn the strat. I've learned the strat. I know how to do the Strathon pull. I watched a video on it. I watched it probably 5 times in a row. I know exactly where to pull it from, what to hit, and I could do.
They have a mage Strathon thing?
Isn't the Strathon the one? Is the Strathon the one that's got undead and live?
Yeah.
Yeah. The undead side.
I've only seen paladin ones. I didn't.
Nope.
I've
I
never
watched
seen the mage one.
Yep, I watched the video of a mage do it, and he was pulling even bosses and killing bosses.
Really? Ooh.
So I watched him do it. He pulls it in 4 different. There's 4 sections.
Yeah.
And he pulls one section and kills it all. Pulls the next section, kills it all. Because you're high enough at 70, you can pretty much run past the stuff.
Yeah.
And there's only a couple of things that see invis if you use an invis potion or you use your invisibility. You can pretty much run past everything, so you can get to where you need to go and then start pulling it. Once you get it pulled and everything, I mean, it's just. He was making. I want to say he made about. He said he could make up to 1,000 gold an hour doing that. That's with the gear, the money, the raw money you get, plus the stuff you get that you can sell, and the blues and everything that you get that you can sell. You can vendor or disenchant and sell the lower level mats. He said he could make about 1,000 gold an hour. That right there is benefit for me to do it. I'll do it 5 days in a row if I can make it. I'll do it for 5 hours if I can make 1,000 gold.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus, you can take other people through it with you that might pay you to do it.
Oh, the 1,000 gold an hour was not having anybody pay.
That was
to run?
not boosting anyone. That was just what he makes. Yeah, that was not boosting anyone.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up myself.
So, and I found I got to go back and watch the video again, but there's another add-on I wanted to check out. It's Kiwi. I'm gonna have to look it up. Kiwi Farm or something like that.
Well, heck, you can jump on Maz and run your mage through and get him up by doing strat.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Kiwi Farm. Kiwi Farm is what it's called.
Okay.
I'm gonna end up picking that add-on because it tracks gold and items looted and determines item values based on pricing sources selected. So you can use auction house or whatever. The add-on can use Auctionator and Trade Skill Master 4 as price sources. But it tracks like the resets and log times. It's kind of like what we have in IT, but this is just a little window down at the bottom. It shows you how much gold you made in that instance and things like that. So I'm gonna end up getting that add-on and checking it out when I start doing it. But other than that, that's about all I've been doing. Just wanting to do a little bit of mainly been having fun.
I found Kiwi item info and Kiwi quick pick.
Kiwi Farm.
There's no Kiwi Farm.
I just typed in Kiwi and it brought up Kiwi Farm as the very first one.
Oh, I put a space. That's why. So the add-on for the podcast today is Kiwi Farm. All
Right.
one word, don't put a space in. We haven't done that in a while. He has a small
If you're a
window
farmer.
which tracks golden items looted and determines which, which is exactly what you just said. Okay.
If you're a farmer,
Ooh.
it looks like and there's
Cool.
screenshots of it. It's very pretty. It's easy on the eyes.
Well, I just downloaded it, so because you know me, I've ran a bunch of stockades.
Yep.
Because I've got some of my tunes and some of your tunes from 15 to 30 is usually when I stop. You can go like to 31, 32, but I stop at 30.
Is that what happened to Top Shelf Dane?
Yeah, he stopped at 30.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yep. Alright, so, and on me, I'm still running my mage through, in a different guild. And he's doing Saturday night Gruul mag runs. Not doing them, but he's going with the guild and doing that. So I am doing stuff on Mazen, my mage. And I tried to run Tazrina through Gruul and Mags on Wednesday night with the tribe.
Yeah.
There's been a couple times I've taken somebody else, but I usually try to take Tazrina. 'Cause I think there's 2 things I need. Can't remember what they are. But there's still 2 things I need off of there. If I can get those 2 pieces, I might not do Wednesday night. I might be doing Thursday nights. Because I can only do one of the 2 nights. I'm not going to do both. I'm only going to do one. So if I get those 2 pieces, or maybe one of them, I'll probably just move to Thursday. SSC. I don't know yet.
Yeah, that's what we're working toward.
Yeah. If they had a couple of the bosses where they were actually killing them, then I would probably just move from Wednesday to Thursday already. But they only went in one night and did trash pulls, and that's where Brandon got the letters to make my belt.
Yep, it was fun. We need to. I think we're gonna get there more. We just got to get a few more people.
Yeah, because I think y'all are doing with what, 19 people?
Yeah, we've got a total of 20. I think 21 solid people that if they can get them, we have solid.
If I can, if we got a little bit better, you would have 22. But anyways. I think that's pretty much it that we've been doing.
Yeah.
I downloaded an add-on to track the logs, and I tried it out once, and the other night I tried to turn it on and I hit go and it wasn't doing nothing. So I don't know what I was doing wrong at all. And
I'm gonna figure that out.
Yeah, it's something I'm working with, because sometimes nobody's running logs, and I like to look at I don't look at the logs during the fights or while we're raiding. I look at them afterwards. That way I can see where I'm at, maybe where other people are at, and see how I'm doing, versus them. That's what I like to do. Now I definitely know that's what Brandon likes to do.
Yeah, because it can also you can look at the time. Okay, this is what was happening at this time. Why am I low? And you can go through the fight like minute by minute. Yeah. And so you can figure out where you messed up in a rotation.
And why are we not downing this boss or something? And what is going on? And sometimes that log will help you determine what happened.
Yeah. So I don't care what the what the logs show parsing or whatever. I'm not into the parsing aspect of it.
I don't even know how to figure out how I'm parsing. So
I'm more into the aspect of using it to figure out, like he said, why something's not going down, or what I did wrong, or what somebody else did wrong, so we can rectify the situation.
Or somebody says, "Hey, this is what was going on. This is why I died," and you can go, "Dude, I saw you do this, blah blah blah." And then you can look back at the log, and go, "Oh, well, maybe he did do what he said. It was somebody else who did it. I don't know." Or, "See, I told you did it. Haha, my logs don't lie."
Yeah, the logs are really good just to mainly to see what other people are doing in the fight, and if there's anything you can change or other people can change to make it better. That's what I mainly use the logs for. Yep. And I know it's being sweaty, and you can call me sweaty or whatever, but I can't be a sweaty guilder. I can't be a sweaty person because I only get to raid 2 nights a week.
Yep.
Unless it's every other weekend, and then I stay up entirely too late playing the game.
Yep. All right. So now at the end of this, I'm not going to do it right now. We're not going to end it right now. But at the end of this episode, I will be. Let me double check. Shadowmoon Valley, just the area. There's no dungeons in there. Just Shadowmoon Valley will be added on to the end of the podcast that we talked about before. So now we'll move on to the news.
Excuse me. Man, my allergies have been killing me lately.
Yeah, me too. I was coughing a while ago, and you probably didn't hear it because I'm hopefully going to remember to mute it whenever I cough. We're going to go back to November 1st, and we're going to talk about some of the hot fixes done that they just updated recently on December 3rd. And it goes all the way back to when it first started till they've all hot fixed. But we are not going to do that we're just going to go back recently to November 1st. And I'll start off with, on Burning Crusade Classic, fixed an issue with the quest Hellbore is the other white meat that caused an extra tainted Hellbore meat to be consumed.
You know, I had that happen to me.
I think I actually did too.
Yeah, and that sucks because, man, to get those meats, you got to kill those stupid things.
It takes forever.
Yeah, it's so dumb. And then to use an extra piece of meat.
If you're doing 2 accounts, and I don't mean I'm doing the whatever. I'm just got somebody on follow and I'm looting.
Yeah.
It takes forever. And anyways, and if that happens, it takes even longer. Oh my goodness, I didn't know.
Well, let's see. That was in November the 1st, and then on the 2nd, it seems like they had to fix something else. They fixed an issue where players who accepted a Basil Res into a raid boss encounter after releasing their spirit could be teleported to their Hearthstone location. Which means, if you took a Druid's Battle Res while the fight was still going on, because that's what a Battle Res is, you're getting res during the fight. But if you released, you didn't stay looking at the screen where it says you can release and then run back as a ghost. If you released, there was a chance that you'd be ported to where your Hearthstone is set at.
Dude, that happened. Not to me.
That's why I never release.
Who releases during a boss fight anyways? But still, I think somebody did that. And we didn't believe them. Or I didn't believe them. Like, hell, whatever.
So they say there's an issue. I mean, they say it's fixed, but I think it's happened since this time. So that's why I'm glad we went back over these, because there's some of these they say they're fixed that I've had the problem with, or recently, or about the time that they said they fixed it.
Yeah. All right, so we'll go back to November 3rd now. You can now report players from the /who menu. I didn't know you couldn't before.
Right.
So, fix an issue where an extra confirmation pop-up would appear when entering a war game. Okay. Fix an issue where keybinds were not correctly loading for the war game commentator user interface. I don't do war games.
But in the Hill is war game.
I have no idea.
Maybe I'm lost.
Maybe we need to figure that out.
Maybe I'll look up what war game is, and maybe in the next episode, stay tuned.
We'll talk about it.
We'll tell you what war game is, and if you already know, then kudos to you, because I'm clueless. Okay, stepping up to November the 9th, the Botanica, the Mechanar, and Arcatraz dungeons now require expert riding skill to enter.
Sucks. No. But there was a glitch people were doing. I don't know what it was. I think you were trying to tell me.
I don't know. I thought people were talking about jumping off of somewhere high and being, but I don't know what glitch they were using.
I don't know. It just sounded really weird what they were doing.
I'm glad
they were somehow getting in there. I know. Druids get their flight form at 68.
Yep.
So I guess they can still get in there because they get expert riding skill.
Yep.
At 68, so that's good.
Yep.
So it's just bad that people were doing whatever they were doing to get in there, and they weren't a druid.
Yeah, I have no clue what they're doing.
You're taking druid away, something that druids can do away from them. It's like, no, now anybody can do it. No, let's not do that.
Yeah.
Because each class has their own thing they can do, and yeah, that's one of the things druid can do. They get their flight form early. Don't take that away from them.
Right. Let's see. They fixed an issue where multiple spectators could not join the queue for a spectator war game or match war game. Again, we'll find out what that is. Stay tuned. Fixed an issue where poison cleansing totems from the Horde Shaman would dispel 2 stacks of poison instantly when used instead of the intended 1 stack.
I don't see nothing wrong with that one.
That's cheap. Damn board. And then fixed an issue where a player that was attacked by a rogue that immediately vanished after would sometimes drop out of combat much quicker than intended. So that's all PvP stuff, and I don't do a whole lot of that. But I know about this whole vanishing. I know that rogues have this vanish thing, so I guess that would suck because you want them in combat so they can't, say, for instance, sit down and eat or use an ability that could otherwise not be used because they're in combat.
Yeah.
So
you don't want to give a player an advantage, and that was an advantage.
oh yeah,
Right.
don't get advantages. No.
Okay, November 10th. Fixed an issue where players wouldn't get taken to the Twin Spire Ruins graveyard in Zagermarsh if they had taken control of it before entering a Coldfang Reservoir dungeon.
That happened to us in SSC. That happened to us in SSC when we went last week when we went?
I don't know.
Okay, because you know there's the Twin Spires graveyard and then there's
Yeah.
the Horde graveyard.
Yeah.
Okay, we had the control of it when we went in. Or something. I got ported to a Horde graveyard when I died.
Really?
Yeah, instead of going to the Twin Spires one, it's just right next to the Coolfang Reservoir. I got ported to a Horde one that was away. I don't know. It was weird. It was me and I think Addie that both got ported to like the Horde graveyard. It was not working right at all. I immediately put in a ticket for it.
Well, I don't say maybe you're the one of the reasons it got fixed, but that was last week.
Yeah, that was last week. I
That was
think last
November
week.
10th. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't very long ago, so maybe they did. Yeah, I put another ticket in. Maybe they need to look at it.
I don't know.
And then our latest hot fix, huh?
They haven't done a hot fix again until December 3rd. Go ahead.
December 3rd, yeah, and that's a long time between doing anything. So maybe they were letting their people have a little time off for Thanksgiving. And all that stuff.
Thanksgiving, yeah.
But they did do a hot fix for PvP. Greater and lesser rune of warding no longer activate in the arena if applied before entry.
Ooh.
So, I mean, that's fair. You can't apply it before you enter. Once you enter, then you can apply it, and then your cooldown. You have your cooldown. They were probably using it, and the cooldown would be almost up by the time the arena started, so they would be able to use another really fast.
Okay.
So that's pretty much all the hot fixes that they've done.
All right. So we'll talk about nerfs to Phase 2 bosses scheduled for week of November 14th for Burning Crusade Classic. So they're going to start nerfing them. Better hurry up.
That means I hate to say it, but thinking if they're going to nerf it, I'm thinking Phase 3 is going to be coming out sooner than we thought.
Which means we're closer to Wrath.
No, that just means we're closer to.
I'm just messing.
I would love it. Bring Wrath right now.
Yeah. But I kind of want to. I don't want it Wrath yet because I want to do the Isle Quilted Nos.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but I love that island.
Well, that's where I made most of my money.
And I want to be able to run Kara and get badges. I want my Deacon badges. I don't want to run heroics.
That'll come when Phase 3 comes out.
Good.
But let's see it's only for Serpent. It's only for SSC and Tempest Keep.
Now, the changes they are announcing that they would make are Tempest Keep, the Kel'Thas Sunstrider, the counter is now set to its post-nerf configuration. Then Lady Vosh, Persuasion no longer provides crowd control immunity. Morogrim, Tidewalker. Tidewalker Lurker's health has been reduced to their post-nerf values.
Which means I've not been to Lady Vosh yet, but I have been to Tidewalker.
Was that the? I was there for Tidewalker, right?
Yeah. That's the big Naga, or the second one we fought or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We beat it. Remember,
Yeah.
I think we one shot it when we went into
Yeah.
it. But that's gonna be good. That'll make. I mean, it'll make.
But I think we all died the first time. We're like, okay, we saw it, and then the second time, oh, kill it.
Yeah. I think that's. Yeah. You're right. We seen the fight. We seen how everything worked. We went back in.
Yeah, because some of the healers said that some of the people were backed up a little too far from the edge, and so people like and they walked closer to the edge. They were getting heals that second time.
Yep. That fight, that's a fun fight too. It's a lot of work, but it's fun. I like fights that have mechanics that make everybody have to do something, not just one or two classes, but everyone has to do something. Because that shows you the good players from the bad players. You can have, for instance, retail. You don't have to be a good player to raid. You really don't. I've seen it. I did it. You don't have to be a good player to raid. In these,
I raid, yeah.
In this stuff, well, what's coming out like SSC and then TK, and then we're going to go into Black Temple and Zulamon, and then you have what is that? Some Black Temple and maybe Mount Hyjal, but one of those Mount Hyjal is the end. That's the end all be all of phase of TBC. That's where you go and you get to kill Duke. You are not ready, guy. You get to go kill him. Kill Jade. Okay, that's going to put us, going into the very last of it. It's going to get us there a lot quicker. If they do this in Earth. I want to see it all. I'm like you. I want to go through all of it.
Yeah.
But
because I didn't actually go through it all last time. I stayed in Kara, and that's where I ran Kara, and that's where I stayed more or less. I think you took me to Gruul's once with you, and they wrote me to do the mage take. I didn't know what I was doing, and so we didn't get through Gruul's because I didn't know how to mage take.
But this time around,
I do want to go through at least most of it. I want to see it. I want to see it.
I've done, and the bad thing is, I didn't do a whole lot of raiding in TBC back 17 years ago. It was mainly like you. It was mainly Kara. I did some Gruul's and Mags, but it was mainly Kara, Gruul's, and Mags. I never really got into the other phases. I did see them. Yes, I did go into Sunwell Plateau. Yes, I did go to Zulamon. I did go into Black Temple. I went into all of them, but I never fully cleared all of them. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
But Mount Hyjal, I want that. That's what I want. That's going to be my main goal. All of this phase 2.
Yeah.
Or all of this up to phase 5. Phase 5 is when we get the last of it. Because phase 2 is now. Phase 3 will be. That's what I was doing a while ago, going through it. Phase 3 is going to be. What are they bringing out next? That'll be Zulamon and. I can't even remember. Sunwell Plateau? No, that's the end.
I'm looking. Hold on. 2 new raids, Hyjal and Black Temple, will be released, and you should prepare for them.
Okay.
There's some things to do. Blah, blah, blah.
So, and then that'll be phase 3. I didn't know Hyjal came out so fast. I thought that was one of the end ones. Hyjal and Black Temple, I thought Zulamon would be in there before that. Because I think Black Temple and Hyjal are phase 5.
Okay. Another one said Black Temple, 25 man. Battle for Mount Hyjal is 25 man, which is coming out. Black Temple. Arena Season 3. And it will last from October 30th to January 14th. What the? Is this an old?
Yeah.
No, it says June. It says June 11th, 2021. Huh. Okay. Anyways, yeah, it's not Phase 3 yet. I think it's what they were hoping for. And then Phase 4 is Zul'Aman, 10-man.
Yeah.
And they said, and somebody put this, well, phase will last from January 15th to March 30th. Okay. Like I said, probably hoping. Then Phase 5 is Quel'Danas, The Zone, Magister's Terrace, 5-man, and Sunwell Plateau, 25-man.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so...
And then they put that this huge final phase may begin around March 31st till the WoW Classic Wrath of the Lich King is revealed, which, that's not going to happen. It's going to be later than March 31st, because 3 hasn't even been out yet.
Yeah. And I don't know, with Phase 3 being Mount Hyjal and Black Temple, that's going to be... That's hard. Mount Hyjal's hard. Mount Hyjal takes a long time to do. So, that... We're going to have stuff to do for a while with the Guild Wars when Phase 3 comes out. And then Phase 4 is Zul'Aman. Dude, Zul'Aman is so much fun. So much fun. And then you're waiting for Phase 5. Because that's when you get your Isle of Quel'Danas and you can do dailies on 47 people. And you make all the money.
Okay, Badge of Justice award that drops for each boss or heroic dungeons and in raids in a later phase, added in patches 2.3 and 2.4 originally. So, what, 2.3, 2.4 is what, third, fourth phase?
Yeah. So, probably, we're looking at December for this update,
So, if that's right, then third phase, Badge of Justice.
Yeah.
Off of Karen. And it says, however, in some cases, such as Attunement the Huntsman and Prince, the first and last bosses of a raid may drop 1 and 3 badges respectively. In addition, badges can also be obtained from daily quests in a later phase.
Yeah, because
Isle of Quel'Danas, I think, had dailies, and I think some of them might have dropped badges.
had a chance to, maybe.
A chance to, or like, maybe. I don't think they dropped like a bag that you opened up, like in some of these, like the Fishing and Cookie Day. I don't think they did that.
Yeah.
But I think maybe those two did had a rare chance of dropping it. In fact, I think I might have got a badge out of one of those bags. I don't remember. I don't want to lie, so I don't know.
Right. I don't know. It's gonna be fun to. I'm ready to relive it now that I'm older and I know what to expect. And now that I'm not just some sweaty kid that's out there, just now I can respect it more and actually have fun with the game. I don't have to try to get through it as fast as possible.
All right, I think we're more or less done now. Unless there's anything you want to bring up.
Nothing I know. Just happy holidays, everybody, and hope you had a good Thanksgiving.
Remember, real life becomes first. So if you're in a guild that thinks you have to be on, even though it's a holiday, it's probably not a guild for you.
Yeah, always, always take time out of the game to spend with me, for sure.
Now, the tribe is recruiting, so if you want to have fun with us and be in a guild that understands that real life comes first, or to help us progress even further, then do a /who on Windseeker, and somebody will tell you which officer's on.
Yep, just look for the tribe, and they'll point you in the right direction as to who to get a hold of. We do have on the Windseeker Discord, I do believe that there is a recruiting message going up there as well.
Yep. So, tell us hi. I am Tazrina or Tazrim or Shrody. And I think it might say in the notes, you know, who I, you know.
Yeah, it'll say Alto.
Yeah, and then he's Savage Rain, Towlet.
Valtino.
Yeah, you did move Val over, didn't you?
Yep, Shaka Khan.
Yep. So there you go, and so until next week, which we will have an episode out next week, have fun playing the game.
As always.
Now we're going to talk about Shadowmoon Valley. It's found in southeastern Outland, east of Terracar Forest. It is the location of Black Temple, where Illidan Stormrage once resided, and also houses a dwarven settlement named after and led by Kurduran Wildhammer, as well as a prison where Illidan's former jailer, Maeve Shadowsong, is held captive. I wonder if he's a jailer in the... anyways, we don't know anything about that, the retail. Okay.
Alright, so a little bit of history about Shadowmoon Valley. In addition to being the location of the Black Temple, the region gave name to Nerzul's Shadow Clan, who once had their holdings there. Prior to destruction of Draenor, the north shore of the region was known as the Skeletal Coast. WorldOfWarcraft.com says the following about the Shadowmoon Valley. This valley is a grim spectacle of demonic magic run amok. Day and night, molten fell energy erupts from the land and lights the sky with bilious green flame. To the east lies the Black Temple, Illidan Stormrage's seat of power. With the Dark Portal reopened, Illidan and his allies struggle to hold off Legion reinforcements and keep all other Outland portals closed.
So, the geography, Shadowmoon Valley used to be an idyllic forest shrouded by eternal night. Upon Gul'dan's creation of a huge volcano with his demonic powers, much of the area was turned into barren wasteland of rock and ash with little vegetation. Like the rest of Outland, Shadowmoon Valley was further torn asunder during the destruction of Draenor by the countless portals created by Nerzul. This fragmented the zone, stripping away several sections of former shoreline and turning the former island of Darktide Roost into a massive floating outcrop, which would eventually become Netherwing Ledge. The Hand of Gul'dan, the volcano which Gul'dan created, dominates the center of the region, from which green lava imbued by felt energy erupts constantly. The region was the ancient home of the Shadowmoon clan before the betrayal of Gul'dan. The Alliance and Horde each have a settlement here, as do the Aldor and Scryers. The valley contains one raid instance, the Black Temple, the ruins of the Temple of Karabor, and several elite areas.
Do you remember doing much in Shadowmoon Valley?
Nope. I remember doing some, but I remember doing dailies here. Flying over to the island and mining all the crap and...
Yeah.
Yeah. But I didn't do that till much later.
I liked Shadowmoon Valley. Didn't bother me. I mean, to me, it wasn't as bad as Blaze Edge Mountain.
Yeah.
Travel hubs, what for Horde or Wildhammer, or for Alliance or Wildhammer Stronghold. Horde is Shadowmoon Village.
And Altar Shatar, the Sanctum of the Stars, or I can't remember which was which. Is
Altar,
Aldor and Scryers.
Yeah.
And let's see, the level range is 62 to 65, but yeah, you're not. I thought it was later than that.
No, because this is about this area where you start you start getting spell skills if you're a leatherworker, if you're a skinner.
Okay.
And that is pretty early on, or not. It's not real high on.
I just remember hating doing this area even at 70.
Well, I think a lot of people skipped it just because a lot of people didn't like it. but I liked it. I mean, the leather, some of the leather that drops here or that you can get from here, is, you have to have because it has the crystal infused leather.
But there's some elite areas you want to skip, I guess. The Eclipsean Fields, Crimson Watch, the Path of Conquest, Adamal Terrace, and Invasion Point Cataclysm.
Yeah, those are dangerous places.
But they do have herbs and leather, like he said, on the leather. I don't see the leather you said. The crystal fused leather, is that what you said? Okay.
Yeah, crystal infused leather.
Is it fell scales, knot-hide leather, knot-hide leather scraps, which I think all of Outland has knot-hide leather, knot-hide leather scraps.
Yeah. Oh, another thing, I know you guys hear me mention Hearthstone every once in a while. If you do play that game, a couple of notable characters that are in Shadowmoon Valley are Maya of Shadowsong and Terran Gorfine.
Oh.
They're both in there. Krama's in there as well. That's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
And also, the Motes of Shadow, the Feldmist, can only be harvested by engineers.
That's right. That's right.
So,
this is where the Nether Drakes are purchased at from the Netherwing faction.
yep.
I like Shadowmoon Valley. It wasn't bad to me.
Other places you can purchase flag mounts include Black Wind Landing and Terracar Forest from the Shatari Skyguard faction, or Cenarian Refuge and Zaire Marsh from the Cenarian Expedition faction.
You can also get them from Wildhebber Stronghold for the Alliance and Shadowmoon Village for the Horde.
And that's the normal place.
Yeah, the traditional flying mounts, yeah.
Yep.
You're not coming... Oops, I'm sorry. I gotta close the door. Bell's trying to come in because it's raining.
Oh, wow! I hear it. It is laid it down now.
Yeah,
but, all right, well, before the power goes out, and since I think we're done, is there anything else?
No, no.
Well, all right, I guess that's it. Next week, we're talking about Shatrath.
Yeah.
And we'll talk a little bit about the Alder and the Scryers. Kind of give you a little bit of hint which one you want to do. And talk, there's a couple portals there. We'll talk about that. And, we'll give you a better understanding when we get there. But it's also got the long quest line. You got to follow somebody walking very slowly around when you first get there.
Yeah, because it shows you where everything's at.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, until next week, have fun playing the game.
As always.
If you would like to get a hold of us, you can email us at wowresurrected@outlook.com. This show is brought to you by Heartland Production Entertainment. If you'd like to help to make the show better, go to patreon.com/heartlandpae.